Want to make sure it's recording. All right. So, yep. I think it's just making sure there's like a delay. Yep. We are live. Well, we're recording. So, hey, everybody. It's Cynthia, and welcome to tonight's Green Table Talk. I have two very important people, Milena and Jennifer, and we are friends. We've been friends for now, 2 years since I joined Arbonne. So, so we're gonna chat tonight a little bit about Arbonne, about products, and of course, since this is recorded, when you're watching, if you have any questions, post down below your questions, and then we can always reply after and follow up with you, or you can just private message me as well. I'm always happy to help. So let's see. So let's start with now everybody that's in Arbonne has their own story of how they discovered Arbonne. Everyone's story is different. So let's just start with Jen. So when you were first introduced to Arbonne, what was it that got your attention?
Okay, so let me start off by saying hello and good evening. So I've been with Arbonne for 3 or 4 years now, and the thing that got to me the most was the skincare. So I dealt with acne my whole life, hormonal acne. I've had to go through Accutane and whatnot, and when I was introduced to Arbonne through Milena, actually, I told her that if I was to try anything at all, that it would be the acne, just because I was so self-conscious about my skin, and I knew that if that would be something that I would be interested in. So she lent me the products, and within a couple of days, I noticed a drastic change in my skin. My coworkers noticed a change in my skin. And yeah, I continued using it, and I wanted to become a client, but I had all these orders. So I kind of dove into the business in that way. Not that I was actually looking for the business. I was actually just going to try the products. But like I said, the acne line, so it's the clear feature, it actually changed my skin. And because it's all natural, whether it's the clear future or the other skincare products, I was able to then transfer over and start using the RE9 without having any change in my skin or any reaction, which was great. So another thing that really caught my attention was that if it didn't work, that I had a 45-day money-back guarantee where I can return the products even if they were used, and I'd get my money back. And that was a big deal for me because I had so many products in my cupboard and in my drawers that I no longer used because they stopped working or they just didn't work on my skin. So that was another big deal for me. But yeah, essentially it was the clear future that did it for me. Yep.
The clear future is awesome. My favorite is that spot treatment. For, especially those, especially for the cystic acne, and it takes forever for it to come out. So I put that on, and it within a day, it starts to come out. The process to heal is a lot quicker. So it's amazing. Like that's
and you actually don't need to use the whole line. So for example, right now I use the Age Well, and every so often if I do have that one stubborn pimple that comes through, I'll just put a little bit of this at night and I'm good to go. So you can mix and match, right?
Exactly. And I love that Arbonne has so many skincare lines because everybody's skin is different. So there's no one type fits all, which, I mean, if some people think that, you just have one line and that's it. No, you need to have different lines for your needs. So that's why I love Arbonne. Yeah, so the whole line is amazing. I've tried pretty much everything at one point because, we got to try it, right? We're always curious to know. So, Milena.
Yes.
What is your holy grail, like your favorite product or products in Arbonne that you cannot live without?
Okay, so I'm going to start off with saying hello as well. And funny enough, we're still talking about skincare. So I actually got a chance to try the RE9 line, which is our anti-aging line, a little over 9 years ago. So that's crazy. And it was actually a friend of mine. She said, you know, have you tried Arbonne before? And I had actually never heard of the brand. And I had never suffered from acne, but I did develop some eczema because I have an autoimmune disorder, and it was really hard to kind of just manage it. And I thought, okay, just like Jen, here's another brand that I'm going to try. It's not going to work. And then I'm just going to kind of toss it away. But crazy enough, like within the first couple of days, I did see it change, so much so that I was hooked. So I actually ended up purchasing the product off of her. I supported her business initially. And then funny enough, again, I kind of fell into the business because of the RE9. I just started telling friends and family just how great it was for me. And then they wanted to try it, and it just kind of happened like that. So the RE9, despite trying other lines, is still my favorite. I'll show it to you because I know that it's one of the lines that you ladies use as well. I use this one pretty much exclusively, so I've never tried the Clear Future. You know, I've tried a few other lines, but this is still my absolute favorite. So we have the cleanser, and what's great about all our products is because they're concentrated, you literally need a teeny tiny bit, so a little goes a long way, and it really does last. It will remove your makeup. It leaves your skin super soft. Next is the toner, which of course I left in the bathroom. So I don't know if one of you ladies have the toner, but again, you can do the Hollywood spritz. There you go, Jen. Or, you know, just put a little bit on your hand. But, you know, I didn't even know the importance of toner. So again, it really helps to close off your pores, to restore the pH balance in your skin and get it ready for the next couple products. Then we have the serum, which is my favorite. And again, that's the one I'm missing as well. There you go, my beautiful assistants there. So the key thing about the serum is it actually helps to restore and boost the collagen in your face. And as we age, unfortunately, we start to lose a little bit of our collagen. And, you know, again, when you start hitting those milestones like 40 and above, you know, you really want to get as much collagen as you can. So that is my number one favorite. Then we have our eye cream. Again, just helps with dark circles, fine lines. So this one's amazing. We have our moisturizer, which again, is super important to leave your skin hydrated. You have SPF option or not. And then you would do the line exactly the same. You would just substitute the day cream for the night cream in the evening. And honestly, like, I loved it so much that, you know, 9 years later, I'm still using the exact same brand and the exact same line. So, I mean, I'm a brand ambassador because I truly believe in the brand and I know what it's done for me and the people I love. And I just feel that there's something for everyone, whether it's skincare or something else, right? So that is my...
Okay. And you know what? I agree with you. That RE9 is the best line ever. And thanks to Jen for giving me that bag. I was that girl that said, there's no way I'm doing all these steps. And then I did it, and I was like, I was hooked. That was it. You know, I've heard the saying, the Arbonne glow. I've heard it, and then once it happened, I was like, whoa, like, this is legit, you know? So I was going to say some other words, but I'm not going to say. I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah. So I love the RE9. So I'm kind of sad that it's going, but at the same time, I know the Age Well is basically that, but better with the bakuchiol, right? So
Yes.
So I'm like, I want to try it, but at the same time, I'm still holding on to the RE9, right? Don't want to give that up yet. Yeah, so Jen, if those of you that don't know, Jen is a new mom. So you have an 8-month-old, right? So busy with that little guy. And he's so cute, but he's growing so fast. I can't believe it, 8 months. So you are a teacher. Actually, you're both teachers, Milena and Jennifer. So now, Jen, your mom, you're a teacher. How do you do all this? Like, how do you fit a side hustle or side business along with your career and, you know, new mom life?
Okay, so Yeah, when I started the business, I was simply teaching. I didn't have the little guy. But even now still, I try to figure out, where I can implement it throughout the day. So while I was teaching, during my lunch break, for example, I would send off a few messages or talk to a few people, put orders through. When I would get home, I'd set a specific time. So usually after dinner towards, the evening, that's when I would do a little bit of work, and it would be maybe half hour or so, contacting people, putting orders through. Now with the little one, it does get a little tricky. I'm not going to lie, right? However, it's throughout the day. So during his nap times, or even in the morning before he wakes up, I'll plan out exactly what my goals are for the day. I'll simply have a list of people that I want to reach out to, or clients that I need to touch base with, and I'll make sure that I write those down so that I can touch base with them either throughout the day or again at night. So the great thing with this business is that essentially it's mine, and I can work as many hours as I feel like I need to on a specific day. So if today, it was crazy hectic, he didn't nap, then I know that I can do a little bit more in the evening. And then the next day, if he naps a little bit longer, then I have that extra time during the day where I can contact people, right? So it's really flexible in that way, where I make sure that I have that time where I can work on the business when I can. It's not that I have to say, okay, from 10 to 11 or 10 to 12, that's when I'm going to be working, because essentially it's not like that every day. I just try to implement it throughout the day in little spurts. So a few minutes here at the end of the day, in the beginning of the day, however it works for me and my schedule.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you make it fit into your life.
Yes.
It's not like your life, your career, and then Arbonne. It's basically all together. It's seamless.
Absolutely.
Yes. And I guess one day is more Arbonne, one day is less Arbonne, but you just make it work, and that's the magic in all this.
The magic of owning your business, right? You can decide when you want to work and however it fits throughout your day, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I love that. That's what I love about Arbonne. So yeah. And also what I love about Arbonne is the fact that, when we first met, I didn't know you. Everyone, you were all strangers, right? But over time, we became friends. And, well, you guys are both my mentors, because I'm learning a lot from you. I'm learning so much from Jen. She introduced me to Arbonne. And then, of course, Milena, who's been in Arbonne the longest. And so I look up to you, and I'm thinking, one day I'm gonna own that car. I'm gonna get there one day. So I see you, and it's just amazing over the last 2 years that I've been in Arbonne, the amount of people I have met that in normal everyday channels, you would never come across these people, or you would never interact in that way. You might see them on the street passing by, but never anything. And now I have so many people that I know as consultants that are my friends, and I love that we all kind of support each other and cheer each other on. So Milena, since you've been in Arbonne the longest, can you share a little bit about the community of Arbonne? What makes it so special?
So, I just want to preface by saying that, when I decided to start a business, I really wasn't looking for a community per se, and I don't think most of us are.
No.
I had my group of friends, I had my career, and I was content. I love what I do. But as I kind of became, familiar with the community, I really did, and I know it's going to sound a bit cliche, but I fell in love, because you are constantly being surrounded by people, whether they're affiliated with your business or not, who are positive, empowering, who want the best for you, who motivate you, who push you to kind of go that extra mile. And the reality is when you're surrounded by people like that often, it kind of rubs off on you. So your perspective on things change, your goals change. And I really realize I feel empowered when I'm around empowered people. And then it's not really just applicable to your business, right? When you start feeling like that and living that kind of lifestyle, it kind of trickles into the rest of your life. And it also helps you to like motivate others that are maybe not even within, you know, Arbonne or anything like that. So the community is amazing. And I mean, Cynthia, I didn't know you. Jen, I knew you from a different world, from the teaching world, but I had disconnected from you for quite a long time. And, you know, because of this business, we're now like working together. We motivate each other. We want the best for each other. And we become, you know, we're familiar with each other's families. So we really kind of invest in that because we do generally want the best for each other. And if anything, you know, all the other perks are amazing, yes. But for me, it's something that I really craved and I didn't even know I craved it at the time, right? So I am truly blessed, especially by the sense of community that we have.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. You said it perfectly. Awesome. So now let's change it up a little bit.
Okay.
Got all that. Now let's just talk about some of our favorite products. I'll go first. For me, there's two of the makeup products that I love. Now, the first one, I'll just show it, is, here we go, the Starlight Glow Palette. When Arbonne came out, before they used to only have single palette, like single shadows, single blushes, and things like that. So the moment, and I kept saying to Jen, I'm like, I love makeup, and they don't have palettes. They need to come out with a palette. Well, when they came out with a palette, I freaked out. So this one is the Starlight Glow Palette, if you can see. And you can see I use it. So I've hit pan on that one right there. It's like a blushy. So you have the contouring blush, contouring bronzer. There's this like peachy blush shade, as well as a highlight. Now, the reason I like this is, yes, it's for the face, the contouring and all that stuff, but I use it as eyeshadow. So when you're literally like need 5 minutes, like 10 minutes tops, you know, if you put concealer, you put your foundation, whatever you put, but you contour that and then you can do the shadowing in your eyes, and I've played around with it. It's actually really nice, like very natural looking, as well as I love the peachy shade as an eyeshadow, as well as the gold that's a highlighter. So it's wonderful. So there's many uses for this. So, you know, think outside the box, right? So yeah, that's the Starlight Glow Palette, which is awesome. Now, I just love palettes, and I love when they have pretty design and everything, but also the colors. So I love pink. And then they came out with this beautiful cherry blossom palette. And I love eyeshadow palettes, but this is absolutely gorgeous. All the colors. And yes, I can do the shadowing. Well, I'm still practicing the shadowing and everything. But these are great just on its own, like one sweep of color on its own. It's gorgeous. So yeah, this palette, of course, the original eyeshadow palettes are gorgeous, but this is my favorite because it's pink. So yeah, so I love anything makeup. I'm there. So, and these of course are vegan, cruelty free, and without all the nasties. So you know it's good. It's safe for your skin. So yeah. And that's it. That's what I'm sharing. So what do you guys have to share?
Okay, so I'll share them. So one of my favorites is, I'm going to go through the nutrition line. So one of my favorites is the Fizz Sticks. So they actually come in a box like this. However, inside they are single little packets. So this is actually the blood orange, and there's quite a few different flavors. We have the limited edition blood orange. I think it's still available.
Yeah.
Here's Jen.
Oh,
Cheers.
Cheers.
I have my
The
tea
blood orange.
actually. So there's the limited edition blood orange. There's the strawberry, pomegranate, and the citrus. So yeah, so a little packet like this and in your water. And it actually just gives me a boost of energy, especially in the afternoon when I need like that 2:30 coffee instead of coffee. This is what I'm using. I really like it with ice, so make sure it's nice and cold. And I will actually implement the skin elixir, which also comes in another box. But again, it's a little packet like this, and this is just a collagen booster. So again, extra collagen. And this is the, I'm trying to figure out, oh, it's the acai. It has acai in it. So yeah, I just blend it together, and that's my afternoon go-to. I actually do also enjoy it in tea, and you call it a tizzy. It's a tea and a fizz, right? So why not? So yeah,
Tizzy?
there's a huge
Is it a tizzy?
tizzy,
A
a
tizzy.
tizzy, tea and a fizz. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like
some
that.
people will actually put, yeah, some will actually put it in their shakes and whatnot, but I prefer in the water with ice, shake it to go, and I'll have it throughout the day. So that's my go-to. Give me extra energy in the afternoon.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And Milena, do you
So
have?
I too am a fan of the fizz. I'm on my second one today.
Oh,
So, and I love coffee just like you. I am,
yeah.
an avid coffee drinker, but
Trying to be good. I have water.
sometimes, yeah. So sometimes, there's only so much coffee you can have. So this will give you your B vitamins, your amino acids, guarana. It's super great for your body. It does give you a boost of natural energy, which I think is important. And yeah, it's also a great way to get your intake of water up, because God knows none of us drink enough water. So this is just, it has a great flavor. You drink it throughout the day. That one is my absolute favorite. And then, as I mentioned, the RE9 line. So again, I love, love, love that line. It's actually on sale till Saturday or Sunday, the 13th. I don't even know what day that is.
The 13th, yes.
So it is, I think, about 50% off, which is crazy because it lasts such a long time. So if you are ever, wondering about it or wanted to try it, now would be the perfect time, because as Jen said, you have 45 days in which you can return it. And then I know Cynthia did talk about our new line, which is the Age Well. So just again, to provide a little bit of clarity with that, it is essentially the RE9, the exact same components, and they just go one step further, where they do include the bakuchi oil, which is a plant-based derivative that is equivalent to retinol. Retinol is great, but it does often cause a lot of sensitivities. So you're getting the exact same effect minus all those harsh sensitivities. So if you're looking for something like that, that line is absolutely amazing as well. But if you want to take advantage of the sale, which I highly recommend, yeah, message Cynthia and she will hook you up.
Yes, I will. And it's, if for those that want to know, it's actually $190.96. That's crazy. I've never seen it that low. So get it now before it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a lot of favorites. I know there's even more favorites, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
We could go on and on with all the products, but we can always save that for another time to showcase more, right? Because there's always going to be something new. But yeah, so that was awesome, guys. Thank you so much. I love this chat. This is wonderful.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much for, this is the first I've got, the green table talk. So, we can talk all things Arbonne and all the good stuff. So yeah, this was wonderful. Thank you so much for joining in. And if anyone has any questions, feel free to message me or comment below, and I'll be glad to help you out. Bye. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good night.
Wonderful night, guys. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.